Thunder, thunder, Thundercats! Ho! I always liked that. I wanted to do some sort of an intro. I think there's a lot of people that don't understand what's going on still. I think it's going to take a while for this shit to like wake up in people's heads. I've been about 2 years ahead of the curve on most of this. My bet is that by the time we have the next elections, we are shooting people. I think that's where this is going. This is why I prepare myself for death, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and pretty much study ancient religions and various weapons. It's like, that's what my religion is. It's the religion that I offer here. If you ever hear me say crazy shit, that's just something I'm thinking about, probably. Or maybe that's the truth. Go question that. Think about that for yourself. Think about that with everything I say. Question everything I say. Don't take what I say as gospel. Think for yourselves. Except about guns. Guns I know a little bit about. Like, if I say something about guns, you might want to listen. But, like, on the religion shit, especially, the point of this is, hey, man, there's way more fucking options than what they're giving you. Right? Sorry, my hair's nuts. As it should be for a religious video. But seriously, though, the thing they use religion for in this country and everywhere is to control you. Okay? This is the danger of Jesus' original message. This is the danger of fucking anything real. Anything controversial is like, I'm telling you not to fucking listen to them. I'm telling you to have faith that God has a plan. Doesn't matter what the plan is. You're with God. It's comforting. It's one of those you should know that He cares about the ants, man. He cares about the ants as much or more than He cares about you. And it's not like always coming to destroy the earth. That's God loves ants. He loves you. He has a plan for you, whatever that is. Seems that half of my purpose is to wander the wilderness and help people. That's kind of what I do. So that's kind of what I'm preparing to do in the end of the world. I'm going to go walk the earth like Kane and Kung Fu. But I'm going to be wearing a fucking gun belt. Dispensing justice in 45 caliber pills. I hear the new American West is full of miscreants. I hear that because I see them every day on the streets of fucking Tulsa. I like my camo van because now it looks like I'm their fucking king. That's why I like the straight white women run from my van. It looks like I might be a serial killer or some shit. Batman looks pretty fucking scary, doesn't he? I think you should go be Batman. I think you should go be Batman and John Wayne with a Bible. It's one of those things like, yeah, there might be some group of people with crazy Mad Max Marauder arms and dune buggies and whatever. Might. What's very likely is that all of those people together couldn't take two of me on our best day, and I'm probably not going to be alone. Blazer, Thunder Buddies for life. Like, that's half of it is, like, at the very least, we are a spotter sniper team, if not more. He and I are pretty much ready to raise a militia and are a spotter sniper team. It's one of those, like, we both went to work for the Boy Scouts teaching rifle shooting for a reason. We wanted fucking experience that counted for anything. And, like, believe it or not, even the U.S. military would be looking at our fucking list of shit and be going, okay, can you still teach people to shoot? That's useful. It's that big of a deal. And I don't know. I feel with us feeling the way we do, and both being footloose and fancy free, and Joe Biden continuing to fucking fuck around, and our world's continuing to fucking collapse. My plan at this point is to go run and hide and bury deep. Live in a cabin in the bush somewhere and do this radio show. I don't know past that. The radio show gives me an outlet for this shit. And honestly, my best weapon is not the gun. My best weapon is my voice. Put me into a crowded, arguing room of men and I will dominate it. Look at Matt and the boys. Like, I'm not saying I'm the only one there. Honda and fucking Matt can definitely dominate it too. But, like, that was a contest of spirit and will. And, like, intelligence and many other things. Like, we were screaming at each other drunk and fighting for attention amongst you fucking animals. I don't know where they will be, but whatever rooms they are in, they will dominate those rooms too. They will if they have courage, anyway. I think we're going to have a lot of courage where we're going. They don't have the right to do what they're doing. They're trampling on your freedom and mine every day. They've been trampling on your freedom and mine every day for 20 plus years now. We went and waged a war on the fucking Afghanis and the Iraqis, mostly about fucking drugs and money. Like, I honestly think 9/11, I don't know, they might have done 9/11, but does that justify what we did? Think about that. I don't think America has ever seriously been attacked. I think we would do false flags. I think we might have even started World War I. I think our own OSS operatives and shit might have partially been to blame for Hitler or their predecessors. FDR was a spooky fuck, and he hung around with spooky fucks like fucking J. Edgar Hoover. Which, if you want an insight into what J. Edgar Hoover was like, you're looking at him. Half of the shit I said to the fucking FBI dude when I called him was telling him I was fucking J. Edgar Hoover reincarnated or some shit. That was just fun. I counted coup on the FBI. they had that pissant come here and talk to me and whatever a while back, which was hilarious because he was here to figure out if I was a Nazi or not. And anyway, I called him on the telephone. And I started giving him key code phrases and shit that are old, real old. And he started asking, who is this? And the conversation that we had was basically that he should come work for God. I did that 6 months ago, and not a goddamn thing has happened to me. You know why? Because the Baraka rides with me. Because I'm a wielder of the sacred fire. And they should fear, I guess. Honestly, I kind of figured I was going to prison when I called the FBI and said that shit. Why didn't they arrest me? They have no power. Their power is an illusion. They're like a fucking... they're like a demon from a Japanese cartoon I watched. They can shapeshift into any animal for 5 minutes. But they're like still they're just as weak as they were as the fucking like little weak thing that they transform back into. So like imagine they're Gollum and they can turn into Sauron for 5 minutes. That's who you're dealing with when you're dealing with the FBI. When you're dealing with me, you're dealing with the real deal, Sauron in the flesh. It's a considerable difference. I would really like to know why I was not arrested. It's probably because they just don't fuck with crazy people. If that's the case, then, brother, you are looking at how you should fucking run your shit. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters what you believe. The belief needs to survive. Got me? Adapt, improvise, overcome, evade. This is the way of the warrior. It doesn't matter what people think of you. This is some samurai shit. But like, I'm kind of building a fucking rig of pistols to go be a samurai in the new American West. So, you know, if that's not you, maybe you shouldn't listen to me. If you're planning to go eat bugs with them, maybe you can go do that. I think it's funny that men think that being hyper-masculine or whatever, and various other things, they think any of that matters or matters in combat. You've never fought someone who was crying before. Go watch Christmas Story. Little Ralphie loses his shit on a bully. Beats the fuck out of him. Like in the movie, it looks kind of pathetic or whatever. That was, you know, toned down for the movie. In reality, he went full, like, if that was a story, that was written as though he went full fucking Comanche on that kid. Like, Little Ralphie's got some dark shit in him. That's all I'm saying. And if you've ever fought someone like that, they'll be in tears, snot running down their face, screaming at you, running at you with knives. And that's kind of what I look like when I fight. And, you know, I advise you run away. It's always my advice to people. You should definitely run away from me because you're not going to win a fucking stand-up face-to-face fight. And this is where, like, you know, I'm obsessed with guns because people are going to be obsessed about shooting me. So I kind of figure it behooves me to be real good at that too. I'm an asshole. And I don't fucking walk the same path as everyone else here. Never have, never will. This place is evil. Our society is evil. America is the great Satan in many ways. She's the great Satan because she's Babylon. She's Babylon disguised as freedom. And you know, I don't think we were Babylon. We were a great empire of free kings. Till like COVID happened. All the mark of the beast shit starting, we're turning into Babylon. If we turn into Babylon, we will fall. This is now the fight to see what we turn into. If you believe at all that there's a God and you should be good and yada, 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 like, look at the world. They're like cutting your kids' balls off and turning them into fucking sex slaves. You know? I, as a lady boy, like telling you that's exactly what they're doing. Like, maybe you should be more upset about that. You know? I'm starting to believe some of the gay conspiracy shit, to be honest. I think that there's some sort of like government effort to have your kids fucking sterilized. I don't know what that's about. It started as, hey, equality and there are gay people and trans people and whatever. And then they just went crazy overboard and started talking to 3-year-olds about taking hormones. And like, this is kind of in a nutshell why now we prepare for death. They have made a society where war is inevitable. A war for the soul of our fucking society is inevitable. Death to America. The great Satan. You know? You want to know why fucking Middle Easterners were calling us that? Maybe it's this shit. Maybe they saw shit from the outside that we couldn't see. Like, I don't know. I think it's just perfectly fine to be gay. I think it's perfectly fine to be trans. I don't think it's perfectly fine to have your society doing some sort of weird shit to cause people to do shit that they don't want to do for social engineering reasons. This is some Nazi Mangala shit. This is shit that should be opposed. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll see you guys later.